Two mics, two friends, one show, let's go. Two mics, two friends, one show, let's go. Let's go, yeah. Two mics, two friends, one show, let's go. Let's go, let's go. Two mics, two friends, one show, let's go. The Daps and Pounds show. This is the Daps and Pounds show. You know.
Hello! How are you guys doing? It is episode 23 of the best freaking podcast in the world.
Jordan era.
Woo!
Hey.
Episode 23. As always, my name is Malky. To my right, as always, we have...
Dobie.
We represent two mics.
Two friends.
And one show.
The Daps and Pound Show.
Hey, we're here, guys.
Yeah.
We're here. We have made it. Everything is groovy.
Mm-hmm. Thank you guys for rocking with us. 23 episodes in. Shout out to whoever who rated us on iTunes. We got another rating, still 5 stars, and that's thanks to you guys. So we appreciate that. You can follow us if you want more information on our Twitter page or Instagram page. That's Daps_pounds. So follow us there if you want to hear about us more or if you want to chat with us. If you guys are listening and you want to watch what we do, we also have a YouTube channel. So check us out on that. And then, yeah, throw a like, throw a comment, rate us if you want. If you love it, show us some love back. That would be appreciated. That's all we're asking for.
Yeah, man. Make sure you guys do that. We really, really appreciate it, just like Dobie said. Today, guys, we have a great show for you. We're going to talk about new music.
Hey.
We're also going to be talking about summer movies. We have a top five coming up for you guys. Am I forgetting anything?
That's a good,
okay,
bad.
Okay, good, bad.
We're trying. So this episode, guys, we're trying to be a little bit more quicker and concise because we've been doing like the hour 30, but we've also been pushing a couple 2 hours and stuff like that. So we kind of we're like, all right, let's stay fresh, let's stay on the balls of our feet. So we're gonna try to do something a little bit different where we go back to this idea like how's a podcast sound within an hour. So we're doing that for you. So let's get into this good, bad. But I do kind of want to start out. How is life without studying as much as you used to? Do you feel like you have more free time? Is there a weight that's been off your
crazy because
shoulders?
like as soon as it's that whole adage of if it's not one thing it's another, you know what I mean, something else will fill your time.
Yeah.
And so I'm still busy, but I'm not stressed, bro. That's the biggest thing. Like the stress and busy at the same time is wild.
Right.
So that's been good. Life is legit very, very nice right now. I cannot complain. So I guess that would be a good for me, is that life is good. Another good. I have 2 good goods, actually.
Yeah.
No, I'll save one good for later.
How's the date with your team?
The date with my ting, that was last week I went on a date with the team?
Dude, see, I don't even know you went on a date with your team. I put you on blast, so I was wondering.
No,
ladies and gentlemen,
no.
see, so you, even though you might be best friends.
I think it's been a while ago.
Even though you're best friends.
No,
sometimes,
listen.
Sometimes people just don't want to share things, so you gotta like probe them a little bit.
No, listen, here's the thing. I have friends. You know what I mean? I have friends, and I like company, and if that's female company, like
God.
I can't be wild about that. Like so. But anyway, so life is good. I can't complain. One of my good goods I'll save for a little bit because it has to do with movies.
Okay.
And we'll both talk about that.
Yeah.
We'll both talk about that. The other good is that we just had a weekend in Chicago.
You had a weekend. I had a day.
You had a day. I had a weekend in Chicago for July 4th. It's cool. It's always good. Getting to experience different cultures. I know that sounds weird because Chicago is still in the state, but it is different. It's like a different vibe. So shout out to everybody there that I always have fun hanging out with. It's always a good time. Shout out to Tanner Crockett. While we were there, we went apartment shopping for Tanner. He got approved? Okay, cool.
He got approved.
So we went, and I was wearing like jeans and like a nice knit shirt. I was not thinking that it was going to be as far as it was, and we hoofed it. So we're walking. And one of the apartment complexes we went into, like, they did not have the air on in like the main part. So we're walking up and down stairs. I'm in jeans. I'm like sweating profusely. But he got approved, and I think we we're able to help Tanner out and find him the place that he's going to be. Tanner is a friend that I met through Dobie, actually, that he went to school with.
Roommates. Too sweet.
And
shout out to Too Sweet.
That's right. Too sweet, too sweet, right?
No.
Or is it too sweet,
Too
sweet?
sweet.
Too sweet.
So we were in a suite with each other.
Right.
And then we were like, what's a cool name for us? And I came up with Too Sweet.
Okay.
And it has such a good tone to it.
You know what's funny about that? I say too sweet because of kayfabe and wrestling culture.
Okay.
That is what I have on me. Lint or something?
No. I cut you with a razor and I threw it.
Sorry, I did not sell that at all.
Oh yeah, no one. Okay, I always forget. Like, not everybody watches, so I do things, and like listeners are probably just in their head imagining this really pale white boy do weird things with a black man. Pause.
Whoa, hey yo. But yeah, shout out to Tanner. We did a lot of walking, but we found him a crib. Tanner, though, that's what I was gonna say. Tanner is he's into improv. He's into comedy.
Yes.
That's something that we can all see him doing with his career. I've only been around him like in one setting.
We got to get him on the show.
He'll get him on the show.
I'm telling you, he'll be a really funny host.
He seems awesome. He seems like a great guy. And the thing is, the Laugh Factory is in walking distance of his crib. So I think that'd be really good for him because a lot of comedians come out of Chicago.
I'm really hoping that he has a show there, and then like we can set it in advance so we can all have a party up there and join in. Because that'd be wavy. I like that a lot.
Okay, so then bad I will say is the fact that 4th of July weekend totally messed up my sleep schedule.
Oh yeah.
So we left after the fireworks. Shout out to Ali and James and Billy for letting us use their rooftop to enjoy the fireworks. But we left right after the fireworks, and I was driving along, needed gas around the Pontiac, Illinois exit. And of course, my luck, I see a 50-year-old woman trying to change a tire.
Oh,
so
man.
I get out and help her. And she was one of those, she was super grateful, don't get me wrong, but she was like trying to like do stuff. Like, I just wanted to do it for her so that she could just be on her way. Yeah. I could be on my way. But she was like, well, hold on. And so, long story short, I got home at like 2:45. Did
you hit traffic?
Leaving? Yeah. But I went Lakeshore.
Oh, yeah.
Did you go Lakeshore?
No, it took me a different route around.
That was the route to go.
Yeah.
That was the route to go.
Google took it, and I'm telling you, like, we hit zero traffic.
That was the route to go. Was that route a toll route?
No.
Okay, I know where you went then. That's good. See, I went down Lakeshore, and there was a lot of traffic, but I was like...
Maybe?
Yeah, but I was going pretty crazy with like the maneuvering.
Oh,
so
man.
That didn't hold me back as much as like the changing the lady's tire. Got home at 2:45. I usually get up at 6 for work. So that day I was struggling, and then of course I skipped the gym that night. Went home, passed out, woke up at 10 o'clock. Wasn't able to go back to sleep.
No.
So the next day at work sucked, which was yesterday. And then today's the most even keel day I've had, but I'm still like not 100%.
So that means this weekend you got to continue your regular schedule.
This weekend I have to, like tomorrow, I got to wake up decently early. I can't really sleep in, so.
But you'll get a lot done. Saturday mornings where you don't go into work, you can get so much done.
I'm going to wake up super early, have my barefoot session, and then I'm just going to get things done around the house.
Guys, Malcolm, describe what the barefoot session is for those of you who are new listeners.
Is, for new listeners, I like to shower, and I have sensitive skin. A lot of black people have sensitive skin. I have sensitive skin, and so I don't like to use tons of towels unless I'm like amongst folks in like a hotel room or something like that with other people, or like in another person's place, like taking a shower at the gym, because that's weird. I hate seeing naked people at the gym. It's awkward. But if I'm at the crib, I like to air dry, right? So I just like to get out of the shower, kind of shake off like a bear, like a bear, and then just walk out. But I like to listen to music and dance around the house. It helps the air drying process. I get to listen to music that I just downloaded the day before usually. It's a good time. I like to do that. So that's a barefoot session.
Awesome.
But yeah, man, I really, really, really enjoyed myself this weekend. The only downside is my sleep schedule. It was terrible. What about you? Good, bad.
Chicago was fun. Awesome being up on the rooftop and just seeing nonstop fireworks everywhere you look. That was probably the craziest part of the whole trip. Good food. I'm telling you, those nachos were the best nachos I've ever had, and I've actually thought about them multiple times.
The place
Tiny
was
Tavern,
fire.
ladies and gentlemen, if you're in Chicago on Navy Pier, dope spot. Just get their appetizers. Like, seriously.
Yeah, you could survive off their apps.
Yeah, just get their appetizers. It's worth it. So the brisket nachos were level 10. So that was fun. However, waking up early and leaving, like I was wiped at 1 o'clock when I got back. But thankfully there was no traffic, so that was a plus. So that was a good. The next good, man. So I was online the other day and I saw a promotion on Reddit, because there's like this PC build sales or whatever that I follow. Sometimes they have cool sales on electronics.
Sure.
They're like, Best Buy is doing a promotion right now where you can trade in any laptop as long as it turns on and you will get $75 in-store credit. Well, I'm thinking, man, I got 2 laptops like I don't even use anymore. They've just been collecting dust for years. Like I haven't touched one since I graduated college. I don't need it. I got a desktop now. There's the carrying a PC and a laptop places, I just haven't needed that use anymore.
Right.
So I was like, well, shoot, I'll just turn those in then. So, and then Mary had one, and I was like, well, I can sell it through Craigslist. And Mary's like, no, just turn that in too, because I just don't want to deal with it. And so I turned in my old Vio laptop, the first one I bought that you might remember, but in 2005 is when I bought that mug. Or 2006. No, it's 2006.
Okay.
And got that, turned that in, $75. Turned in my other laptop that my dad gave me, but they said, oh, you only get 1 promotion per customer. You have to, because they take your name and number. I was like, okay, well, she's like, but we still do, like, anytime, we'll let you know how much we'll give you for a trade-in on it. They gave me $125, which, again, guys, honestly, this computer was super slow. The hinges were kind of broken. Like, I actually really hated this laptop. And then Mary's was $80, so it worked out. And what did I do with it? Got the Xbox One S. So, ladies and gentlemen who are listeners, you hit us up on Twitter, Daps_pounds. Let me know what your gamer tag, because I'm a PlayStation guy. I almost said PSN name, but it's gamer tag. Let me know what your gamer tag is.
This is the one we were just talking about with all the 4K.
No.
Okay.
That one's not coming out until November, and that's $500. I'm not buying that.
Okay.
I'm not buying that. This was, with tax everything, $275.
Oh, wow, okay.
Not bad.
You paid for it, yeah, pretty much.
It was an even trade. I left with $5.
That's awesome.
No money out of pocket.
That's awesome.
That's a win.
That's a super win. That's a come up. That's a thrift.
Yeah.
That's a come up, yeah.
That's a hustle.
I like that.
So, ladies and gentlemen, the good, and my wife, thankfully, she let me use her money from her old laptop to also get this. So, super stoked about this. Destiny 2 coming out. Tanner's super pumped already about it. He's ready to play games. My brother, Chris Hicks. So, I got a lot of people.
You can play Forza with Brand, too.
I probably won't. So, yeah, Xbox One. So, that's super hype. I'm happy about that. So, that's a good. Bad. Or good. Hey, when you guys listen to this, I'll be in Florida.
Yeah.
So I'll be on vacation with my wife, with her family in Panama. So that's exciting. We're looking forward to that. Hopefully it will be good. And hopefully it will just be a good time for us. So looking forward to that. Bad. I'm not looking forward to the drive at all because we're driving. That's a long drive.
Yeah. You're going to PCB, right?
Yeah, but we're gonna split it. We're gonna stay in Nashville for the night.
So
and then we're gonna sleep and wake up early. I think that's the best way to do it.
That's not bad.
We just don't want to go all the way through.
Yeah, Peoria to PCB is one of the worst drives ever.
Yeah.
Like, I will do Louisiana 2 days in a row before I do Panama.
It's not fun.
It's...
Anyways.
Oh, my gosh.
So I'll be in Florida. That's another good. And then bad is just like packing and stuff. So
Yeah, that's worse.
and bad, just oh my gosh, just week work wise. There's just things that are just super unfortunate. And like my boss, so they know like I'm a believer, a Christ follower, and so like they mess with me sometimes. And so
Okay.
like I had multiple deals where I closed them, but we couldn't get them financed. And it's so frustrating when that happens because you go through this whole process and you can't get them financed. And then my boss, my general manager, he goes, "Oh, he's testing you. What are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna?" I'm like, "Oh my
that's
gosh,
funny.
gosh dang it!"
That's
so
funny.
it's been interesting there, but yeah, man. I mean, that's just kind of the gist of things going on right now. You know, we're out here thrifting, thriving, hustling, jiving.
Thrifting, thriving, hustling.
Dude, I might have to put that in the
hook.
yeah.
That would work. I like it. That's good though. That's good. You're good. That's good. We're good. That's good that you're good, and you're good because we're so good to you to give you 23 episodes of the Daps and Pound Show. Tell them about that.
What?
Oh, I thought you were like holding that up to tell them about.
Oh, so but I was gonna say this.
Okay.
Tonight at 7:30.
7:30.
You guys can watch the highlights afterwards. I think it's interesting because PJ Dozier got picked up by the Lakers.
Right. Yep.
Sindarius Thornwell, Clippers, they're playing each other.
Summer League.
So two of my favorite Gamecock basketball players are playing tonight. And the coach flew into LA to watch him play, which I thought was really cool. Stand up.
I like that coach a lot, actually.
Frank Martin's a G.
From what I saw with him in the NCAA tournament,
He's a G.
I think he's a cool guy.
I love watching his interviews. Anyways.
I like that.
Should we hit him with that new music?
This is that new music.
We need to come up with like a little segment that we do.
Like
we do
like
top
a
five,
jingle,
top five.
Like a jingle for new music.
Okay. This is that new music.
Yeah, that'd be good for this one.
This is that new music. We'll work on it.
We'll work on it. Guys, today, all right, last week we told you about Jay-Z's 444. It is now available on Apple Music. I ripped it illegally last week. I deleted it and re-downloaded it on Apple Music this week. The physicals have 3 new songs that come on it.
I didn't know that.
Yes. So, Blues Freestyle, Mini Face God, and I think one other song comes on it. And Blues Freestyle's funny because his daughter Blue Ivy is rapping. Twitter was afire this morning when I woke up.
That's why people were saying Ivy doesn't look like I was left off 444.
Yeah, and so she's rapping, and people were saying that she's better than most of the mumble rappers out here because it's like mumbling. Like she's a little girl, right?
Yeah.
But once again, it's Jay-Z just talking more. Oh, the third song is Adness. And Adness is all about his father. Blues Freestyle is more about his daughter, his love for his daughter, his love for Beyonce. And Mini Face God is more about the Beyonce situation. This whole thing is, and after hearing these 3 and how like it keeps pounding it away, it does sound like this is more of an answer to Lemonade than originally thought. Like it really is all about that subject matter. So if you enjoyed the album through Tidal, if you had Tidal and you didn't have Apple Music and you were like waiting, trying to listen, guess what? It's available now on Apple Music.
Is it on Spotify?
I don't think so. I don't think it's
ladies
on.
and gentlemen, you got to get that Apple Music.
It may be, but I don't think so. I've heard through the grapevine that Jay-Z has like issues with Spotify.
I can see it.
So
I mean, you can't hate. Here's the thing. Apple is. I think it's interesting, and I want to. Before we go on that rant, the original rant I had. So, ladies and gentlemen, Jay-Z's album has gone platinum already.
Yeah.
Now, there's a little bit of a controversy about how he did it, because apparently the company Sprint technically bought out 1 million copies of his album, and then it's considered still certified. Now, in business terms, that's great. You take that anytime you can get. Now, do you feel like that's cheap? Is that cheating? How do we look upon this? Because something that I thought was interesting that Everyday Struggle didn't bring up was people forget Rihanna did the same thing with Samsung.
yeah, and he did the same thing with Samsung with Holy Grail. You remember that was a Samsung deal.
Was it? I don't remember the Holy Grail
remember
one.
it was the playoffs however many years ago that was, and there was a trailer. It was black and white with him and Timbaland in the studio, and it was like, will be released on Samsung, blah, 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 blah. So he did the same deal he did pretty much, and it was, I think it took longer to go platinum. It was maybe like 2 or 3 weeks, but it was still them buying a certain amount of, you know, things or whatever. It's just Tidal wasn't popping back then, so it wasn't a Tidal exclusive, but you had to have Samsung for like the first however long, and then it went on.
Okay.
So, and Rihanna, to your point, did the same thing. So, are we looking at it like that? I don't know. I mean, it goes on demand, right? So, Samsung, Sprint, these services aren't going to buy out 1 million albums if they don't think the demand will be there.
Mm-hmm.
But demand doesn't necessarily equal people, but this is a Jay-Z album. It was going to go platinum anyway, I believe.
Right.
So I don't know. It's a different way of going about it. I think it's smart for him business-wise because he just keeps adding platinum status onto his already illustrious album career. But I don't know. It's not traditional, but music's changing, man.
Yeah,
music's turning to it's. I'm surprised he's putting out physicals. To be quite honest with you, like that struck me as weird. Did hear a rumor that he might be putting out a vinyl, and I would personally get a vinyl.
Vinyl would be great.
That'd be hard, but physical copies that kind of threw me for a loop that he's actually doing that.
Interesting.
So, yeah.
Moving on. What's that new music
Oh man, guys.
for the weekend of July 7th?
We talked about Spotify. So Spotify had a deal with 21 Savage that they made a website for him called ISSA Website. For those that don't know, on YouTube.
See, I didn't know about this. You're
funny.
giving me the scoop.
This is funny. So for those that don't know, on YouTube, there's a notorious video on YouTube of
It's a knife.
Yeah, of him sitting on a couch, and whoever is asking him questions during the interview says, 21 Savage, what's the tattoo in the middle of your forehead? And he looks really devilish and goes, it's a knife. So he's been campaigning this ISSA term, and people have been turning ISSA instead of it's a. They've been turning ISSA into a hashtag
Which is genius.
for a long. Yeah,
Except the meme.
He decided to name his album ISSA Album, right? It's the marketing behind it's great.
Okay, that's Drake's mentorship.
Not only is that Drake's mentorship, but it's crazy because that scenario wouldn't have happened 20 years ago. Think about everything that was used there. Spotify, YouTube, you know what I mean? Like, people are using memes. It's just amazing. So anyway, with Spotify, you can go to ISSA website, and you can take your mobile device, and you can take pictures of things, and it'll load. While it's loading, a little 21 comes up, and it says 21, 21, 21. And then once it's captured the picture, it says, it's a furniture, it's a knife, but it's whatever you take a picture of that's in its data banks. So it's a hat. We could take a picture of my hat and it would go, it's a hat. And it's just the marketing behind that.
Smart.
It's just smart, and it's cool, and it's new, and it's trendy. And this is the way we're going in music, so I respect 21 for that.
Also, there's a cartoon series with 21 Savage.
Hilarious.
And that's where the artwork came from for his album.
I think it's really funny.
The guy's honestly, like, I'm giving him way more credit than I thought. Anyways, let's talk about the music.
So the music behind it.
It's an album, and I'll tell you what, guys, it's a pretty decent album.
Surprising for 21 Savage, right?
Better than Lil Yachty.
Better than Lil Yachty, I definitely agree. Not only that, no features.
That's
no
true.
features on this whole thing, which is weird. I kind of assumed we'd get a Drake feature, maybe. I kind of assumed that we'd get,
Metro
Migos.
Boomin is now a feature.
Yeah.
If you really want to think about it.
That's true too. So my favorite tracks on here are Bank Account, Bad Business, FaceTime, Nothing New. Did you like Numb?
No.
Okay, you didn't like Numb.
The other ones are forgettable, so...
And 7 Minute Freestyle. I like 7 Minute Freestyle because he's so stupid, but yeah.
Yeah. You're as single as a Pringle.
Bro, I laughed so hard.
Okay, the best line that I read that somebody tweeted, I thought, I'll knock the noodles out of your soup. What a line. I'll knock the noodles out of your soup.
21.
So it's got 14 tracks. If you like 21 Savage from his original EP, there's a lot for you that you'll like. And I think for people who haven't really been put on to 21 Savage, there's a 3-song stretch that really stood out to me because I wasn't really rocking with 21 that hard. I don't know if we go back to earlier episodes, we talked about it. How
Yeah, you
I
were
was
feeling them. Yeah.
I was like, I'm not that big on 21. Malcolm said he was.
Yeah.
Now, Thug Life, FaceTime, and Nothing New. Thug Life is
Life.
more of an older hip hop beat, which Metro produced, and I was actually very surprised at how awesome this beat is. And so it was just it was a different vibe from him. You know, when you have a different beat, you're kind of getting something new from an artist. Nothing New, it's pretty much a pop track. It's kind of like this little Uzi Vert style auto-tune pop track, really. No, FaceTime. That was FaceTime. Sorry. FaceTime is the kind of auto-tune pop track. If you really break it down for what it was trying to be, that's really what it is. And then Nothing New, bro, 21 even comes out and is like, you think I only rap about this and I only know something about this? No, like his bars, I was impressed.
It's weird, man, because I feel like he's gotten better as a writer and his flow has gotten tighter. That wasn't supposed to rhyme. But I feel like he's gotten better and it's weird. You know, usually we put people in this box and I say things like, Lil Yachty's never going to get better. Like his skills will never get better. He is what he is and he relies on the beat and the production.
Right.
21 Savage is never going to get better. You know, his skills aren't. But it kind of sounds like he's proven me wrong on this. It kind of sounds like he has gotten better.
There's growth.
There's some growth there, and it's weird. There are songs I'm actually gonna go back to on this. I'm not gonna lie, and it's funny because I wouldn't have necessarily assumed that. So yeah, it's an album.
It's an album. Check it out, ladies and gentlemen. Let us know what you think. From what we've been hearing from the people, same thoughts. People are kind of surprised. Also, though, there are some people that are into 21 for how hard, quote, quote, hard he is, and they're upset at, they say he's kind of soft on this album now.
That is true. On one of his past mixtapes, can't remember the exact one, it might have been Savage something.
Savage X?
It might have been that, but he had a line where he said, I'll take the knife tattoo off my forehead, stab you in the ear, and have sex with your woman. And it was just like, okay, you know, like it's pretty hard. This is a little more tame than that. So if you're into that, then I agree. This is more what's the term for it? It's more mainstream.
Yeah.
A little bit.
What else we got?
So Haim put out their Something to Tell You album. This is their first body of work in a long time. We don't need to go track by track, but here's what I'll say. It's alternative music. It reminds you of 80s, 90s rock, particularly 80s, 90s girl rock. If you're into it, and I can listen to it when I'm in the mood for it, but if you're into it, you're into it. If you're not, you're not. And I do think that I like the title track, Something to Tell You. The end of the album, I think, is decent.
Yeah. I didn't listen to it. Well, I tried, and I knew it wasn't necessarily my taste, and so I don't want to really give opinion on something that's not my taste per se, because then I think it's through tainted lenses. And if we review something, if I understand, I know it's good music, and Haim has nothing but rave reviews, I'm going to just look at it and say it's just not for me. It's not that I'm going to say the music's bad, because obviously I'm just not feeling it.
Right. So now, Seven Streeter, she is technically still Chris Brown's artist. She came out a few years ago, and she put out this album called Girl Disrupted. I'm only halfway through this, but from what I've heard, I think it's decently strong. The R&B female album has really come back in 2017. SZA, Sid, this, like...
Her.
It's really...
Hers the most mellow, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Her is like Division.
That's a good, actually...
I just realized
that would sound so hard.
Oh my god!
I'm waiting on a SZA thing, but now I'm waiting on a Her and Division track too. You just put that out there. Please do it, guys.
Oh my
People at
gosh!
OVO and everybody like
Yo, their voices would actually be like
incredible.
Never mind. I could.
So I've only listened to the first half of this, Girl Disrupted, but I can tell you that there's a song called Anything You Want featuring Wiz Khalifa, Jeremiah, and Ty Dolla $ign. I think if she had a bigger buzz behind her, that this could be a summer hit. I think that this is weird because like there's no buzz. I feel like there should be a higher level of. I think we should know about her more. I think we should have heard about her.
How did you listen to Old School with Jeremiah and Def Low?
Dej Loaf.
Loaf.
Yes, and I thought it was decent.
Okay.
I thought it was decent. But I still have to get to the second half of the album. She has a Dave East feature that piques my interest because I'm a big Dave East guy right now.
Dave East can spit.
So yeah, that is Seven Streeter. Now, Toro y Moi. Hope I'm saying that correctly. He is an alternative R&B guy, and he put out an album called Boo Boo. That's hilarious. And
he likes us. We say things twice.
That's true. This album, I got through the whole thing, and I was really surprised. This is great for, you're going on a road trip. Mm-hmm. Great for that. Great for this summer. There's 80 Cent in it. I like everything 80 Cent. My favorite song is Girl Like You.
So I listened to only 2 tracks off of it because Malcolm said, have you had a chance to listen to it? I said no. So we started playing it while I'm setting up. It reminded me a lot of, what's that Gambino album on it that had the kind of vibes that Kauai?
Yeah.
So it reminded me a lot of the flair of Kauai. So if anybody, you guys kind of like that style, check it out.
Yep, that's actually a good comparison. This dude's different, man. He's just different, and I like everything. I like the tones of his vocals and everything like that. So, Toro y Moi, that is the artist's name, and the album is called Boo Boo. Make sure you go listen to that. If you don't have to like R&B or alternative to like this, I don't think. This is just a very good album.
Yeah. Dang, Rocket League came out with a new
Rocket League.
So Rocket League is a huge video game for anybody who's wondering. It's like blowing up, and so I think that's actually really awesome that Rocket League is trying to reach out to producers and DJs to create an original soundtrack for the game. I think that's awesome.
And I don't play Rocket League, but when I saw it on here, I Googled and I was like, oh,
it's huge. It's blowing up. It's becoming one of the fastest growing esports.
That's pretty cool.
I listened to Twista. Now, ladies and gentlemen,
how'd you feel?
Twista can't make good songs anymore.
True.
But never discredit this boy's bars and his flow still. He needs to get on some features, bro. He could body people on features. He just can't make a song.
I didn't get a chance to listen to it.
His songs just were bleh. But I'm telling you, listening to his verses, I was like, dang, this dude still has it. He could body some people.
And I listened to a mixtape of his maybe a year or two ago, and I felt the same exact way, you know what I mean? But then I was like, man, this goes back to, and it shows you the greatness of Kanye West. Because when Twista signed to Rockefeller, and his whole album was produced by Kanye West, we got just Overnight Celebrity. The song with R. Kelly, I can't remember the name right now. We had very good music from Twista, man. So shows you the greatness of Kanye, man. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Twista though. I listened to Bobby Raps a little bit. He put out an album called Mark.
Does he rap well?
It's decent, but it's he has a grunge. He has a grunge punk feel, but it's rap. It's definitely rap. I put him in the Russ category, but I think Russ is a little better flow wise. A little better. My favorite song off this is Desensitized, though. I listened to the whole thing. Whole thing is decent, but my favorite thing is Desensitized.
Okay.
Let's see what else we got here. Is that all the albums you listen to?
Yeah, there wasn't that many new albums out.
Yeah,
I did check out DJ. What was his name? If you scrolled down, because it only had 4 tracks. DJ Shadow had a song with Nas and Danny Brown. Great, no, but worth listening to.
Okay.
I mean, you can't go wrong with a Nas song.
Can't go wrong with a Nas song.
Singles.
As far as singles go, all right. I love this song. I don't know how you feel about it. The Bring Them Things, the Pharrell and French Montana song, the single that just came out.
I just feel like French Montana should just call himself a DJ who raps.
That's pretty much what he is.
DJ Khaled, he doesn't rap on the songs, but he gets everybody together. French Montana is creating music that gets because he's just, all he is having features and he throws a verse on it. And I'm okay with it.
And his verses aren't the flow isn't tight. They're always
this verse sucked by him.
But, oh yeah, it was just but
Fresh vanilla.
The whole vibe of the song I like.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
a fan
yeah.
of it. The
It's
beat
Pharrell,
the
that's
beat
why.
changes in the middle. I'm a big fan
Unforgettable
of it.
still bodies it though.
I mean, Unforgettable is his biggest hit, I think. I think Pop That might come like close, but Unforgettable is probably
Pop That's number one still. Pop That you can put on and people still get
Pop That's
hyped.
crazy. But I'm telling you, when you put on Unforgettable, people still get crazy.
Yeah.
But when I did put on Pop That the other day,
Everybody started rapping again.
Yeah,
Like,
it got it. So
it doesn't
Pop
have
That,
Pop That still has
crazy.
the legacy right now.
Pop That's crazy. So Bring Them Things. That's a new one from French. We had Andy Mineo and Word Splayed.
Hey.
It's called Dunk Contest, Magic Bird. Now you guys have heard us talk about Andy Mineo before on the podcast.
Yeah.
CHH Community, 116 Click,
Dude,
Reach
this song's
Records.
sick.
This song's pretty hard. I can't wait for this project to come out.
So they're just good friends and they just wanted to create something together. And they have this like whole like old school basketball style.
Yeah.
They have like this whole creative theme around it. So like there's a song called Layup, Dunk Contest, Kids. I think they're just like, yo, let's just make fun music together. Like, let's get in the studio and do what. Remember when we started this and we were like, let's do it for fun? I think that's the whole vibe around this project. And so far, it's been great.
So I didn't have time to listen to the new All American Reject single. Didn't have time.
Not me.
But I want to listen to it. It's called
Okay.
Sweat. Marky Bassey. He was in this group, guys, that we thought was going to be huge back in the day called 2 a.m. Club. You remember them?
Yeah. This guy, he's still been putting work.
Putting in consistent work. He had like a G-Eazy feature on his last...
That song was weird.
Last project, whatever it was. But other than that, he hasn't been like in the spotlight. I like this song. I like Kyle on it. I'm a Kyle guy. So Marky Bassey, man, I hope that this comes to
2 a.m. Club, dude.
to
I
be
need to go
something.
back and listen to that
Dude,
album.
it's what was the song? I can't remember now, but it was great. Like 2 a.m. Club was lit.
We were really onto them.
We were trying to be first on 2 a.m. Club, and like
yeah,
it
I have
just
a
didn't
feeling
work.
it was their egos probably got in the way.
Probably
creative
because
direction.
I doubt that they even mess with each other anymore.
No. 'Cause there was, for those of you who were wondering, there was a rapper and then there was a singer.
Yeah, it was one of the rapper singer combos. Those usually never like really pop
band
off.
combos.
Need to Neo by Jennifer Lopez. I downloaded that for sure.
I listened to Molly by Lil Pump because I want to know why people like Lil Pump, and he's just one like. It's getting saturated with this style, and I don't know why people think he's standing out.
I have no idea.
All he
either.
does is talk about drugs, like literally, like that's the whole song.
I mean, the whole thing that like Jay-Z and Nas and like a lot of the older heads in hip hop have been saying, it's like it's so weird
There's
that
a
like
disconnect.
yeah, and it's weird that they used to rap about selling drugs. And now people rap about doing them, and it's just it's
That's
just a
true.
different
No, that's so
thing.
true.
Like it's just so weird.
No, they were addicted to money. They weren't addicted to the product. Well, they like marijuana. Moved to LA. Yeah, just take Tyga off of it, and you'd have a good song.
Yeah, Move to LA is a Tyga song featuring Ty Dolla $ign. I'm not gonna. I want to fight Tyga when I see him.
Now,
He's on my list.
Okay,
He's
now
on my list.
we have. Who do you want?
So
So if Tyga and Tory Lanez fought each other,
who would I cheer for?
who would you cheer for?
Me, because I jump in.
Oh, okay.
Tory Lanez, Tyga. Who else is on my list I want to beat up? I think that might be it. Brandon. You've got G-Eazy. You've got
Machine Gun Kelly.
Machine Gun Kelly. Is that all you want to beat up?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I can't wrap my head around Tyga like I used to be able to.
XXXTentacion.
X-
Mainly,
I'll
actually,
beat him up, too.
I see when I say lay hands on you, I mean that a completely different way.
I want to beat him up. I want to beat him up too. I'll beat all these little kids up. I can't handle like. I just want to put my Nikes in their mouth.
One day our show's gonna blow up and everybody gonna be bringing these quotes out of the woodwork.
Bring them. I'm not afraid of XXXTentacion. I'm darn sure not afraid of Tory Lanez. We're talking about Tory Lanez on the podcast. Gosh.
All right, yo.
He's like 4 different rappers in one.
Let's get to the most impressive, most important single of the week by a shocking individual you guys would not expect us to say.
Guys, Kesha is back with her first single in quite some time. I am shocked.
Yeah.
I am surprised. But guess what? I'm also delighted. It's always great when you put people in a box and they totally surprise you. Didn't know she had this singing voice.
No.
She's been through a lot in the media right now within the past year. And
So
the
for those of
called
you,
Praying.
So for those of you who don't know, she was in what she calls an abusive relationship with her. What was it, manager or like label rep or what was it?
Ex-producer label person.
Something,
A&R,
but she was under a contract with this individual,
Dr. Luke.
that basically, because of this contract, she couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
And so it was pretty much like she felt like a slave to what she signed, and apparently it was not good. And I don't know where this is at for her music. Something must have happened because she was able to release this song, and this song was the inspiration behind what she's been going through. And holy cow, this is not that TikTok Kesha you've ever heard before.
Yeah.
This song put every single song on Katy Perry's album to shame.
If you are thinking of Kesha and think TikTok, Timber, This Place About to Blow, that's not what this is. I didn't know she had a singing voice. I truly didn't. Because when I think of Kesha, I think, wake up in the morning feeling like P. I think of just this pop girl, this dirty like thing.
Well, think about
This
how
is not
much
that.
crap like people started giving her too, because they were like, she's so one-dimensional.
Yeah.
This is like, she's garbage, this and that. And
This is she took the $sign out of her name. Like this is Kesha's like legit run. This
Yeah.
is where she's like, okay, I'm grown up. I'm not.
This is not label push. This
No,
is
no,
me
no.
push.
This is not manufactured whatsoever. The single's called Praying. I enjoy it.
Yo.
She made a female anthem. She dropped it right after Independence Day too. Like she just dropped, if you are in an abusive relationship, if you are in a relationship period and get out of it, like girls are gonna be like, I can't stand Derek. Derek pissed me off. He really pissed me off, man. I'm gonna call him up. I'm done. It's over. I'm going to turn on Praying. I hope he's praying over what he did. It's going to be a whole thing. I promise you it's going to be a whole thing. This is really, really cool by Kesha. And I don't know her, but is it weird to say I'm proud of her? I'm like proud that she's like turning a new leaf and doing a whole thing.
I mean, and yeah, guys, get ready because it's going to be nonstop on the radios.
Oh yeah, this the hook when the whole chorus choir comes in, it's a
perfectly crafted. Honestly, like this song is literally going to be a legendary track.
In 21 Savage's words, it's a single.
Like this is, I think everybody will always remember certain songs like Katy Perry, but there's big songs, but no song will be bigger than Roar, right? As a whole, may not be the most important message, but as a whole, that song will always be her biggest hit because of how it can be used. This song by Kesha will be her all-time, like, most memorable track.
This is going to be on soundtracks, movie soundtracks, like, galore. This is going to be, like, those movies about, like, breakups and, like, oh, my gosh.
It's going to be awesome.
She put out the perfect thing.
We're excited for her.
Salutes to Kesha on that.
So, guys, that's what we've, that's pretty much it, right?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
So, if you listen to something that we didn't cover, like always, we tell you guys, we only got 2 ears, and we try to do this in the span of about 10 hours. So, if we miss something, let us know. If it's something so important, we'll come back to it next week, of course. So, let us know in Twitter, Instagram, whatever it may be. Get at us, all right?
That's right, guys. And guess what? This summer is chocked full of blockbuster movies coming out, all right? Now, we saw one of the first ones that we've been looking at last weekend, and it was called Baby Driver. And I can tell you, I want to see it again already.
Yeah, no, I do too, because there is so many things like I felt like I missed.
Now, I will say about this movie, Baby Driver, that you know, I think we had the black actor conversation on the podcast before, like, since Will Smith is aging and Denzel's aging, like, who's next up? When it comes to, like, white dude actors that I think are, like, our age or younger and they're, like, coming up,
Yeah, he's
I think
one of them.
Tom Holland who's Spider-Man, is going to be Mage.
Mm-hmm.
Miles Teller is going to be huge. Miles Teller from War Dogs and who played Fantastic Four too. Like, he's going to be huge.
Zac
Efron's still major. Also, I think that this dude, Ansel Elgort, I'm not really sure if he's like more focused on music or movies right now. But
killed it.
He was killing it. He was in that movie, like the Lovey-Dovey movie, not too long ago. He's in this. He's been in a bunch of little things. He's worked with Logic musically that we've talked about in the recent weeks. He killed it. He killed this role. Everything is just... It was like a production. It was like a theater, play, art. What did you think?
If you are into movie details, then you need to watch this movie. If you were looking for strictly best action movie of your life, you might not like this movie as much. That's happened to one of our friends. Malcolm and I, we love it. Yep. Our other friend who doesn't pick up on this stuff that we pick up on, he's like, this movie was stupid.
Mm-hmm.
There's just so many little things that they play around music so much with it. You just got to really pay attention to the things. Listen to the sound. Listen to the audio. I think they did a great job acting-wise, everybody did, because especially the main character, there's little things about his routine that start changing, and it's just about the smallest details that showed me that this movie was made by somebody who like cares, and to me, I can't wait to see it again to pick up on maybe something new.
Yeah, I feel like I miss things even still, and I'm almost sure of it by how people have been talking about it. And to give you a bit of what Dobie's talking about, as far as little details, the only spoiler I'll give is the character's name, and this is in the trailer. The character's name is Baby. His actual name is Baby, and what he means by the details is there's a part in the movie where bad things start happening and he walks into a diner and the song in the background is When Something's Wrong with My Baby. Like that's how they took this. Like that's how they kind of saw this and put it out to the world. So it's a great when people call it, this film, you know what I mean? It's a film.
Yeah.
Like it was like, good.
To me, this is a movie that would have blown up. Now, this was like already a AAA movie from the beginning, but if this was like a Sundance film, this would have won all the awards.
All the awards.
And then it would have blown up in theaters.
All the awards. So shout out to Baby Driver. We both give it A+. We both give it a thumbs up. We really, really dig it. Transformers came out last week. I haven't heard many people talking about it.
No, everybody says it's absolute garbage.
Yeah, I figured. They spend so much money on those movies.
I don't know why.
To get that stuff to look the way it does and to have as many explosions and permits for where they shoot, they spend too much money on it for it to be trash. It's just...
not worth it. I heard that's Michael Bay's last one. He needs to just chill for a while.
It's called The Last Night, so hopefully it is, because that's just terrible.
Yeah, we don't want another night.
We would like more nights.
No,
we would like more nights, but not robot nights. We want real nights, the good ones. So Baby Driver, we just saw that. We spoke about that. This weekend, Spider-Man Homecoming is coming out. This is huge. This is going to be I think I read it is the 6th Spider-Man film in 15 years and the 3rd reboot.
However, it is the very first Spider-Man movie where Sony and Marvel made a deal. So
that's technically a part of the MCU.
That's why people are saying this is the best Spider-Man yet.
Yeah. I've heard really good things. I have heard that it is the best one in the franchise. I'm reserving judgment till I see it. I haven't seen it yet. But I don't know. I'm excited to see it, but I really liked Andrew Garfield. Mm-hmm. So I did too. I'm going to see how Tom Holland does. I think it's great that they're putting... because Andrew Garfield was technically in high school, I guess, but he looked older. Mm-hmm. So it's cool that they got a kid. It's cool that they got someone who... somebody
now, kind of funny, I bring him up a lot.
Yeah.
Greg is a huge comic book nerd. Okay. Superman is his favorite superhero of all time. He actually likes Batman v Superman more than he liked Civil War. He's just a Superman fanboy. However, he has said this is the best comic book movie he has ever seen.
Really?
High praise from a comic book nerd. So that got me pumped.
That's cool. Yeah, I mean, I think it definitely has the potential to be. I think they got everything right from a visual aspect. I heard that they don't do the whole normal, like, this is how he came to be. It puts you right in the story. So I think that that's cool because how many times can you see Uncle Ben die?
Yeah.
How many times can you go through the whole radioactive spider bit? You know what I mean? So
just go through the credits like they did with kind of like Batman v Superman.
Yeah, I agree with that. So that's going to be interesting. I can't wait for that to come out. War of the Planet of the Apes.
You're seeing it tonight.
Yes. I'm seeing it tonight.
That's part of your good.
That's part of my good. Yeah. War for the Planet of the Apes is coming out. I'm gonna see this. I like the one prior to this. The first one that they put out with James Franco.
Yeah.
I didn't really care for that one, but the one after that, I liked. This one, I think I'll like too. Caesar's dope. Julius is dope.
I haven't seen any of them.
They're pretty good. They're pretty good. They're a good red box.
Oh, we'll
you know
just wait till the trilogy.
They're a good red box. This is technically the third one.
Yeah, this is the last one.
Yeah. Make sure you get into that. Dunkirk comes out later on this.
I want to see that one opening.
This is going to be pretty interesting. I think this one's going to be cool. Christopher Nolan.
Christopher Nolan's that G.
And then let's see, Emoji Movie's coming out soon. Dark Tower. I want to see Dark Tower.
What's the guy's name?
Idris Elba.
He's such a G.
Anything with Idris Elba.
He should be the new Bond.
He should be the new Bond.
I don't know what Hollywood's thinking. He's like seriously the most classy, just gentleman.
He's a nice guy. He looks like it.
Oh, jeez. Like, yeah.
Yeah, man. So that's kind of like the rest of the summer. I was trying to get the whole summer, and like the last thing that's coming out the end of July is Emoji Movie, Atomic Blonde, which is kind of like a spy thriller. It looks like. Dark Tower in August, Detroit in August, and Kidnap in August. And then we start getting to the fall. But that's pretty much how your summer is going to shape up.
Atomic Blonde apparently is going to be a great action movie. A lot of people say it's kind of like she's like the 007 for like the female side.
I heard it's a mix between 007 and what's that thing that blew up that no one thought would?
Alias? A TV show?
Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
Oh, see, I never watched it.
I've heard that it's kind of a blend by that. Speaking of which, I heard that the makers of 007 are thinking about a 007 universe, a shared universe, making offshoots and then coming together, kind of like Marvel has done what DC is trying to do.
But with different 007 agents?
Well, I first heard the rumor when people started talking about maybe the next 007 is a female. And obviously her name isn't necessarily Bond or something else, but it's like a kind of like when they tried to put out the Bourne series again. And they would do something like that and then ultimately come back to James Bond, but it would be multiple agents. So I don't know if that's going to happen. It's a rumor right now, but when we just talked about 007, maybe remember that. But yeah, that's pretty much your movies for the summer, man. We're looking forward to a lot of these, actually. I'm looking forward to. I see movies quite a bit still in theaters, so I'm a big fan.
The Dark Tower, I'm interested to see how evil Matthew McConaughey can be.
Yeah.
He doesn't really play villain roles.
No, he doesn't. I just watched Dazed and Confused yesterday, and he's...
How does he talk again?
All right. I can't really see, man.
Do you think?
Everybody knows, yeah.
Do you think that I forgot about you?
Have you seen Dazed and Confused?
No.
It's like a classic, like, teen hijinks party night of type of thing. So like super bad, like starts out during the day, bad things happen, lead up to party. A lot of stars in that though when they were young.
Sweet.
So shout out to Dazed and Confused. And guess what? We're not confused about this. It is now time for our top five. This week we are hitting you with our top 5 favorite villains. Yeah. If I were a villain, that's what I would sound like, by the way. Wouldn't have a cat, I'd have a leopard. That's just creepy. That's more creepy than anything. The original is just creepy.
You're so funny.
I would just have a leopard. Put it right here on my knee.
All right. I'm going to get this one out of the way. Top 5 villains of all time. You cannot have a top 5 villain without mentioning the one and only Joker.
Joker's pretty good. I had a different Batman villain, but yeah, Joker's good. Joker is.
He might be one of the most iconic villains of all time.
Oh my gosh, people know who Joker is,
Yeah.
man. Joker
Through the
is
cartoon, the comics, through movies, video games. I mean, he's in everything. Like if you think about it, Batman. I mean, in the way they played it, the Joker is the yin to Batman's yang.
total chaos meets total order. It's great.
Love it. So, of course, the Joker is in my top 5 list of all time.
All right, well,
villains.
I'm gonna go a different Batman villain. Go Two-Face, Harvey Dent. I loved the cartoon version of
Flip a
Two-Face. Loved it so much. The reason why I loved it is because of the duality in the character. You didn't know when to feel sorry for him because he went through a traumatic thing. He was running for office. He was a good guy.
Right.
And then his tragic circumstances turned him bad. So it was cool because in a lot of ways, he was like Batman. Like, Batman broke laws. So it was weird. Like, in a different perspective, Two-Face could have been an anti-hero. So I thought that was interesting. So he's one of my favorite villains because of that.
Huh. I like that. Spider-Man universe, Venom. Venom is a
He's cool,
character that I just was very, very fascinated with as a child.
I'm so excited we get a movie.
Yeah, I'm super. Oh gosh, I can't wait.
It's gonna be good.
So Venom was just a character I was super fascinated with growing up, and I just thought he was just super creepy but super cool. And then when I kind of heard like he's one of the most powerful villains Spider-Man's ever fought, and of course though Carnage comes out, I thought Carnage was awesome, but you would not have Carnage without Venom. That's where the inspiration came from. So I think Venom was just a very creepy yet awesome villain.
I agree. I actually really like Carnage too, but Venom is just dope. I used to have a little Venom action figure that it was like when you squeeze the legs, the mouth opens and the tongue pops out.
You let the people know about that.
Yeah, it was good. I like it. So Darth Vader. I have to go Darth.
Yeah, I have Darth Vader on my list as well.
He's just so cool. He talks proper British tone, but yet he can just think about you and kill you. One of the most powerful villains that there are, because he's a Jedi at the end of the day. I mean, the Force. He's major. I like him a lot.
Because he's like actually one of the only villains like people rooted for. As weird as that sounds,
goodness.
you know what I mean? Like,
I root for villains sometimes, and he's one that I root for because if you watch the actual episode 1 through whatever, and you see his story, you're like, man, he got dealt a bad hand. You know what I mean? He got dealt a bad hand. He shouldn't have killed everyone. Shouldn't kill all the
yeah, he
Padawans,
did kill
but
the child.
He killed a lot
Remember,
of people.
he did kill the
a lot of
children.
people. But you know, life sucks.
But what about the children?
But what about the children?
The children love the books.
Yeah, shout out to Darth Vader though.
Yeah, Darth Vader, super iconic. And it all now, since you like Darth Vader, how much did you like that scene at the end of what was this? That
the most recent one.
at the end of that movie.
That was dope.
That
was dope because it's pretty much the opening scene of New Hope. So
that's gosh, he just went on a tear.
He went ham, and it's just what they've been able to do with the Star Wars universe is kind of crazy when you look at it. But I'm just now getting to the Star Wars video games, but Battlefield, like playing as Vader and like all this, it's just cool. It's just a cool thing. Vader's
cool.
the best, man. Vader's the best.
I'm gonna have to go with Scar from Lion King.
He's on my list too, man.
Hey.
Uncle Scar is so cutthroat, man.
You like really think about so he's twisted to the core.
Listen,
you just did all this to make your own nephew feel like he killed his dad, all because so you would become king.
I still think to this day that villains are better if they're a little cool.
Yeah.
And Scar, be prepared. He had bars. He had bars and Be Prepared. If you go back and listen to Be Prepared, the actual verses, he had bars and metaphors. He could have been in a cipher. Scar's dope, man. I think it's really awesome. Scar's cool. He's on my list as well.
The only lion to lead hyenas.
Man, he's out here wilding for that too, by the way. But you know, it is what it is. When your pack doesn't have your back, you gotta get with the hyenas.
I thought you were gonna say when you're packing. I was like,
no. But Scar is dope. I like Scar. He's
claws.
dope. I'm gonna go kind of left here. Denzel Washington in Training Day. I love that movie, and They picked the perfect actor.
That was a good one.
To make you be like, he's so cool, but yet like
no, he's crazy,
evil. Like he's
actually
terrible.
crazy.
Like he killed his friend with a shotgun, like that you just got introduced to earlier. Like it's Denzel Washington. Training Day is one of the best movie villains I think ever.
That's a good one.
I like Denzel Washington, and I like him in Training Day. Great film, great villain.
Mine is from the Dragon Ball Z and Super era, Frieza.
Frieza!
You know Frieza.
Frieza! Killing Vegeta! And Tails? No, that's Sonic, isn't it? Is that Sonic?
Yeah.
Okay, well. Shout out to DZ, man. Shoki Bani Goni Go. Trying to sing the song. That's all I know.
Okay. Yeah, Frieza. Anyways, but like during that whole arc in Dragon Ball Z, those of you who watched it, you understood. You felt like Frieza was legit, like the most evil person. It was cool because he had multiple transformations. Now he's in the new Dragon Ball Super. I won't spoil it, but I want to, but I won't. Just like I was thinking villains that I grew up watching, and Dragon Ball Z is a huge part for me, and so I would definitely have to say, anime-wise, Frieza's definitely, I think, the best Dragon Ball Z villain.
Cool. From what I hear, he's pretty dope. My last one, of course, is Frank Underwood. Frank Underwood, if you don't know, is on a Netflix show where he plays the president, and he is a murdering president. It's called House of Cards, and he is somebody that has this demeanor that you hate, but at the same time you're like weirdly rooting for him. He's crazy. He kills people. It's ridiculous. But Frank Underwood. Underwood. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
So I had the Joker, Venom, Scar, Darth Vader, and Frieza.
Yep. I had Scar, Darth Vader, Harvey Dent, Denzel Washington, Frank Underwood.
Nice.
Now, guys, it's time for one of your favorite parts of the show.
What the hell?
101 conversation starters for couples. What you got for me this week, boy? All right.
I love that we did
I don't
this.
know where this is gonna go because you're laughing.
How
already.
do you think the world has changed since September 11th,
Oh,
2001?
gosh.
Light topic. Security. It's apparently, from everything that I've heard, flying was just a lot less checks, a lot less security. They said it was just easier to get kind of in and out. And ever since then, just it's been a completely different ball game for those who are frequent flyers.
I would say that racism has taken like a weird turn
For Muslims, for sure.
And I think that you know, not to say there's no racism towards blacks and other nationalities, but I think like that was the mark where in America, people of Arabic descent, people of Middle Eastern descent, or look like they could be from the Middle East, they definitely got hit hard with racism. So I think that has been a part of it. I think that everyone is just more on, like, that's a life-changing, we're gonna tell our kid, you know, like, everyone is just more aware. Because for us, me and you, 93, I think it was, for the Oklahoma City bombing, we didn't, you know, we had no connection to that. Before that, you know, the big stuff was Pearl Harbor, no connection to that. It was history book stuff. So this is like a huge event, and I think we're just aware now. Unfortunately, there's probably going to be something else for our kids that will make them aware. So yeah, I think just awareness, security, a transition in racism, all that has become more aware. Sadly, it's an unfortunate event. It's a sad day, but we also saw some patriotism. So
that's cool.
I mean, yeah.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Conversation starters for couples.
Wins
Give you
again.
our top five. Talking about summer movies, what we're trying to watch. We gave you that new music, singles, albums, and we gave you that good, bad, bad. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. We are in the year, or the episode of Jordan.
Yes, the episode of Jordan.
Episode of Jordan. Number 23 itself. We hope you enjoyed yourself. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Daps_pounds. Subscribe on our YouTube. Hit that like button. Comment. I know you guys know all this stuff, but I feel like it's obligatory.
It's your obligation.
supposed to say it.
It's your obligation to do it.
I saw a really funny kind of YouTube clip where this guy was kind of making fun of people who say that, where he's like becoming like the person sitting down and is like, man, I really wish I knew like a way to show my support and just kind of say something to people on these like YouTube videos and something like that'd be really cool. And then like it went to the clip of him saying, and don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button and comment. And the guy's like, oh wow, yeah, I totally could do that. And it was like, yeah, it's so true.
That's funny.
Anyways, guys, thank you so much for rocking with us.
Guys, thank you for watching. As he said, it has been episode 23. As always, my name is Malky. To my right, we have
Dobby.
We represent 2 mics,
2 friends,
and 1 show,
The Daps and Pound Show.
Woo! We did it. Shout outs to the shout out. Gang, gang, gang.